Today I'm going to show you how to create a space-themed animated logo on Canva. So we're starting here with a basic video canvas. Down here the first slide is 5 seconds long, but I'm going to now choose an element, and under elements we're going to go to search and down to graphics. Then I'm going to type in earth and sun, and I'm going to choose this one down here, and I'm going to increase the size so it fits the same height as the canvas and make sure it's in the center. The next thing I'm going to do is to put in a square, because this will enable us to save this file in a moment. So we'll put a blue square there, but we're going to change it to white so it fades into the background. And then the next thing we're going to do is to come down here and increase the length of this first frame to about 12 seconds. And then down here we can click this button to go from zoom page to zoom thumbnails, increase the size, and that will just give us more space here to work with. And what we want to do is now to click share, download as an MP4 480p. Once it's downloaded, we can delete everything that we've got here and upload that file. Once it's uploaded, we need to increase its size to fit the canvas, and then down here at the bottom we're going to choose a specific part of the video that we want to use for our logo. So I'm going to start here when the moon goes behind the sun. That's the earth behind the sun. And then right click, click split page, and then we'll take it along from that point to about here. Right click, split the page again. So we've now got a 3-second shot of the earth coming from behind the sun and going into this position here. Now on a Windows computer you need to hold down the Windows button, hold down Shift and press S. That will give you the snippet tool, and then we're going to just take a screenshot of this particular part using the mouse of the picture like that, and now that image will be on the clipboard. So we can go on to the next page and add that in, right click and press paste, and there we have a screenshot of the image that we finish with at the end of the first slide. So we increase that, and what this means is that the end of this first slide, you'll then go into a new slide that follows on seamlessly from the end of that slide. In this next slide we want to add in some circles that are going to be part of our logo overall. So we'll go to elements, go to search, go to shapes, and find the circle, and we want to put this first circle over the sun. Make sure it covers the sun, so about there. And then we can get another circle, and we'll change the color of that one to blue, and we'll cover the earth with this circle. Now what we want is for these to fade in as the picture below fades out. So we'll click on both of the circles, hold down Shift to click on both of them and press group. Now we'll go to animate and we'll click on fade because we want these shapes to fade in. And then using this dragger down here, we can take the fade into a specific part of the image. So about a second in, and then we can also reduce the frame about here. So we should find that those circles now fade in like that. Now what we can do is we can click on these two objects together, click on the 3 dots, say copy, create a new page, right click and paste, and they will paste in the exact same spot that they finish in the previous picture. We no longer have the image of the earth behind, so what we're going to do now is we're going to shrink these two circles in like this. Make sure that it's aligned to the center of the page, And between these two slides, we're going to click Add Transition and click Match and Move. Now we want the image of the Earth and the Sun to disappear before the end of the frame. And so this is how long the Earth and the Sun are up for. So we're going to make them disappear about here. And let's run these through. And there we go, that's the animation so far. So we can pull this frame down a little bit to about 1.5 seconds or maybe just 1 second. And now the next thing to do will be to add another frame. Again, we'll select these, right click, copy, and paste them into the next frame so that they're in the same place. And now we want to add the words. So we're going to go to text, add a heading, and this first heading will be in the Laura style. So type in here Laura, choose this one, and we want it to be bold as it is already. And we're going to type in Space Corp. And then again, we're going to go to text, add in a second heading. And this one is going to be in Nor'wester. So we'll type in Nor'wester. And we'll make this about size 26. Type in international. Put that underneath the first one. And with that one, you might want to select the text and put a little bit of spacing between the letters to about there. And then finally, we want to find some stars. So go to Elements, click Search, go to Graphics, type in black sparkling stars. And these are the ones we want here. So we're going to shrink those a little bit and we'll put them into the design, have some here, duplicate, have some up here, duplicate again, and this time I'm just going to crop off one of the stars. Click crop. We'll just have this top corner one. Done. Put that in down the bottom there. Like that. And then we want to decide when each of these elements are going to appear on the screen. So first we'll click Space Corp, click Animate. We want it to fade in. So we'll go down to Fade. We'll have that come at the beginning. And then the next one, International, we want that to fade in, but I'm also going to hold down Shift and select the stars as well. So that International and the stars appear at the same time. Again, under Animate, we'll click on Fade. And those ones, we'll group them together. And for this one, we want them to appear slightly after Space Corp. So we'll take this bit here, bring it down maybe a second or so, and then we'll run this through and see how it goes. So what we want to do here is go to this middle frame because the circles disappear on that frame. Click on them and go to Animate, and make sure under Fade, click the Settings button, go down and make sure it's only on Enter and not both Enter and Exit. So that should hopefully fix that problem. Seems like we have a similar problem with the circles on this one. Go to Position, click on the two circles there, go to Animate, and make sure that there is no animation on this one. So if we run this through now, we should find that everything works together. Now you may want to play around with the timing a little bit to make sure everything appears at the right speed, so I'll do that quickly now. Now finally what we want to do is to add in some sounds. So we'll go to Elements, we'll go to Search, and we'll go down to Audio. And first of all, we're going to type in MSN SFX swish. We're going to choose this one, and we're going to take this along to the final frame, and we're going to add it in where the Space Corp comes up. So about here. And just isolate that main sound at the beginning. And then for the second one, we're going to go up here and put in bottle clink. And we're going to put that in where the next sound starts. Again, you need to isolate the sound in. So once we've done that, we can go to share, download as an MP4. And here we have the final result. I hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial. Please do subscribe to the channel to learn more about Canva.